Naya, one of the 5 former shards of Alara. Deep within its valley of ancients lay beasts so mighty and monstrous that the humans and elves alike fall to their knees in worship of them. An empire of the clouds above a lofty jungle, where minotaurs lurk and nactals stalk. This is a land where might makes right, and fast will outlast even the best of them. And this is Naya Burn. For many of us, Mono Red Burn was the first deck we played in Modern, and as we grew within the format, the deck did not. But where Mono Red is held back by its own limitations, Naya Burn brings us the apotheosis of Burn, both speed and cunning, allowing us flexibility against our opponents and success on the battlefield. Let's take a look. The core of the deck are the best components of Mono Red Burn. A playset of Goblin Guide, which is possibly the best one drop in all of Red, as well as playsets of both Lightning Bolt and Lava Spike for a fast blast of 3 to your opponent's dome, a playset of Rift Bolts for a slightly delayed delivery of 3 damage, as well as a full set of Monastery Swift Spears, a 1/2 for 1 with haste and prowess, meaning whenever we cast one of our many instant and sorceries, the Swift Spear gets +1/+1 until end of turn. We're also running a playset of one of the most horrible red cards for the Modern format, Eidolon of the Great Revel, which is a 2/2 for 2 that deals 2 damage to any player who casts any spell with converted mana cost 3 or less. This is Modern. Almost every spell is converted mana cost 3 or less. Sure, we're going to get shocked as well, but with the aggro and direct damage, we'll be relentlessly lobbing our opponent's way. They'll hit 0 life faster than we will. But Naya has both green and white to give this deck access to a lot of what Mono Red lacks, the most versatile of which is a full play set of Boros Charm. For 1 red and a white, Charm lets you choose to give your creatures indestructible, to give your creatures double strike, or just to flat out deal 4 damage to your opponent. While green gives us access to Wild Nactal, a 1/1 green cat for 1 that gets +1/+1 if you control a mountain, and +1/+1 if you control plains. As you'll see from our mana base in just a moment, this deck should have both by turn 2, thanks to our fetches and shock lands, so this will essentially be a 3/3 for 1 for us. Naya Burn also runs a playset of Atarka's Command, where for 1 red and 1 green we choose not 1 but 2 of the following. Our opponents can't gain life this turn, dealing 3 damage to each opponent, or you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield, but wait, there's more, or creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain reach until end of turn. The combinations here are brutal, giving Naya Burn the versatility and adaptability that Mono Red always lacked. As I'll explore in our mana base in just a moment, this deck uses heavy fetches and shocks to ensure Naya comes online early and reliably. As a result, we make sure to run Grim Lavamancers and Searing Blaze. Searing Blaze can take advantage of the fetch land, bringing in a land to play to trigger landfall, allowing us to hit a creature and our opponent for 3 damage each. And with all that extra land in the bin, Grim Lavamancer delivers reliable, shocking blows to our opponents and their creatures. I like to run 2 of each, however, many lists change the ratio to 1 Lavamancer and 3 Searing Blaze, or vice versa. But typically, you'll only be using 4 total of these 2 cards, however you adjust them. The mana base for Naya Burn is brutal and far from the budget-friendly Mono Red Burn that I love so much. 4 Bloodstained Mire, 4 Wooded Foothills, 4 Sacred Foundry, 2 Arid Mesa, 2 Scalding Tarn, 2 Stomping Ground, and just 2 basic mountains. Unfortunately, we really need the reliability and consistency that this mana base provides, so there's not really a lot of room for a budget alternative. If you want budget, go back to Mono Red. It's still viable. What's in our sideboard? Heck, what isn't in our sideboard? We're in Naya. We've got everything we could ever want. Best of all is we're running a full playset of Destructive Revelry, finally giving us burn baddies the ability to destroy not only artifacts but also enchantments. Take that, Leyline of Sanctity, which I hate with the passion of 1,000 fiery suns. You know, unless I'm playing a different deck that runs Leyline, in which case I love it. We also run a full play set playset of Rest in Peace to stop graveyard shenanigans, especially helpful now that Dredge is on the rise. 2 Lightning Helix when we need a bit more life on our meter to make it to the finish line. 3 Path to Exile, obviously great against creature-based decks and win cons. And finally, 2 Skullcrack to answer additional life gain on our opponent's part. While Naya Burn is not an inexpensive deck, it's far from the most expensive in the modern format. And remember, when you buy a modern deck, you're buying a deck for life. Naya Burn is unlikely to see any bans, and is very likely to always be competitive in the shifting modern meta. If you're ready to blast back into modern, Naya Burn may just be the deck for you. I hope very much this video has been of some help to you. You can help me out by remembering to subscribe, like, share, or just by leaving a message. What modern deck would you like to see me do a tech of next? Let me know in the comments below. And remember that this video, like all of my videos, is only made possible thanks to the viewer support of patron alums such as yourself. Your Patreon contributions keep this channel going and growing strong. So thank you.